Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This video is very informative for all of you. If you are new and you are a beginner in linguistics and language studies, this video will be very helpful for all of you. And if you know even the basics of language, how language come to us, how language came to us in this world, this video is very important for you. And if you are new in our channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more updates about language and linguistics. And in this video we are going to discuss the very primitive concepts in language, that is the Greek concepts. It is very important to know for all of you that what are the concepts of Greek about the language and how Greeks deal with the language. In the very ancient time, Greeks developed his own grammar, and he has developed the 8 parts of speech in traditional language. And these 8 parts of speech are discussed and spoken to the second language learner all over the world. If you want to know about language in any country, in any institution, in any school, in any university, in any college, you will have to learn these parts of speech and these basic things if you want to develop your second language, and even if you want to develop your first language as well. And see first, what was the concept of Greek? What Greek told? What Greek said about the language? Basically, Greeks said about the language is that they claimed that grammars of every language consists of 2 things. Basically, grammars of every language, they develop this concept that grammars of every language has 2 things that is very important. What are these 2 things? They said that the 2 things are, first of all, they said the tenses of that particular language. What you are speaking, what you are studying, what you are teaching. In every language we have the tenses. If we talk about the Greek language, in Greek there may be some tenses. If we talk about English language, there may be English tenses. And if we talk about Urdu language, in Urdu language there may be in Urdu tenses. And if we talk about the Hindi language, there may be even the Hindi tenses. And if we talk about the Spanish language, in Spanish language we may also have the Spanish tenses. And the second crucial thing is that parts of speech of that particular language. And if we talk about the Greek language, in Greek there may be some part of speech, the basic words, the basic linguistics language items. And if we talk about even the English language, in English language we have the parts of speech. But the question is that parts of speech can be vary within the language. And if we say the tenses, the types of tenses, the number of tenses can be vary within the language, because languages have varieties. In the language of the world we have so many languages, and we have variety of language, and we have the ways of talking of that language, and this way of talking of language is called the dialect of that language. And we are not dealing with the dialect of language, we are only dealing the formal properties of language. And see, if we talk about the English language, if we are studying the English language in our videos, and we take the data of English language. See, first, if we say that English grammar, it means English grammar consists of the two things. One thing is the tenses of that English language. The second thing, the basic parts of speech in English language, and they are 8 in number. These are the basic properties of the grammar. Now, what will be the next step? How can we generate the sentences? We can generate the sentences. Every speaker, every learners of the language draws the words, the parts of speech from this portion, and after drawing, he apply these tenses over this item, and he or she generates the sentence of that particular language. This is the pure Greek concept of language that I am talking to you, that every language has two modules. One is the rules, the tenses. What are tenses? Tenses are the sentence generating rules and principles, and if we apply these principles and these rules, we will draw the new sentences of that particular language. And these are the only the words, the items, mean the nouns, the verbs, and whatever the items we will deal in this portion. And in this portion, if you are working on even another language, you can suppose that your language has the tenses. The number of tenses may be varied, and at this portion you will have the parts of speech and how the sentences is being constructed. The sentences is being constructed if we take the word from this portion and we apply the rule on that word, and we will generate a sentence. Suppose if you want to generate a sentence in English language, you say that Ali goes to school. This is our sentence. These are the items of the sentence. These items are placed in that particular portion. In spite of that word, we have the order of that particular sentence. That is the simple sentence. And the tense, that is the present indefinite tense. And if you select the present indefinite tense from this portion and you insert the items, the word on that particular spaces, and you will easily draw the sentence of that particular language. This is our core assumption about the Greek theory of language. And if you want to know about more about language and linguistics of the world, you should subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.